Yeah, don't mind me. I can barely breathe when I'm talking about speaking. Be good. Just certain moments I gotta take a deep breath, but I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Me having shortness of breath. Okay.
Alright, so today's video is going to be a tad bit different because we are not talking about hot topics.
This is a story time.
We are the hot topic in this video, you and I. We're talking about us, how we met, all the juicy things. So I asked ChatGPT, or GPT, to create some questions for us so that we could, tell the audience our little story about us so that we're not just talking crap about other people's life. Let's do it.
Question number 1. Who noticed who first?
I'm going to say I noticed you first. I don't think you were noticing people at the time. You were just that handsome. I don't think you were noticing anybody else.
I think you only noticed me first because I walked in the room second.
True.
See, when you in the room first, you get to analyze everybody who come into the room. When you come in the room second, you got all these faces to look at. Alright.
Mind you, we were in high school at the time. We were both seniors. And apparently we went to the schools together.
Yeah, we went to middle school together.
But we never crossed paths.
We was on the same bus together a few times.
Yeah, because our houses were literally 5 minutes away?
Yeah, basically. I was 5 minutes then walking. So, yeah.
5 minutes walking, which means it was a minute driving.
But yeah, I would say, I guess you noticed me first. But I didn't, and I noticed you shortly after. It didn't take too long. Got some little fine-ish looking at me right there. Alright, let me play this smooth, T. Alright, act like you ain't see nothing. BT, come on. See if she feeling you real quick, then go ahead and attack.
Yes, I'll take one of those. I definitely noticed him first. But again, this is just going off of our first encounter because we have known each other for a while. We just didn't know each other.
We didn't know each other.
That's what I'm saying, though. But we crossed paths. So I'm sure we've seen each other.
We was both in the same town our whole life. So.
Yes, so I'm pretty sure we've crossed paths. We just never gave each other a second thought until senior year.
Yeah, you know how to be. Alright, next question. What was your honest first impression of me? I'll go first. Look, I don't judge. So when I first seen you, I was like, yeah, she pretty as hell. That was it. I ain't have too much else to say.
Don't come for me, y'all, but my first impression was that he had the Ugg boots I wanted. He had the Ugg boots that had just came out.
Red flag, guys.
I'm just saying, that's the first thing I noticed. It wasn't a red flag back then. I'm just saying.
But the first thing she noticed was what I was wearing.
No, obviously, I was like, wow, he's handsome.
He got Ugg boots on?
No. Obviously, I was like, wow, he's so cute. And then I started looking at his fit because you know a lot by how a man is dressed. And I looked and I was like, he got the newest boots. I want them boots. Where'd he get them boots at? It was one of those. It wasn't ooh, you know.
What was that impression? What was the impression? You never said anything. Just
you
said I noticed your boots.
I said you were handsome.
Okay.
I thought you were handsome. It was like an instantaneous crush for me, at least.
Once you seen the Ugg boots.
Once I saw you, dummy.
That's what you said.
I said my first...
You said, what was your first impression? I seen his Ugg boots.
Okay, but that's not a first impression.
That's what I was asking.
My first impression is, wow, he's handsome, and I kind of grew a crush immediately.
Oh, that was it? He's handsome?
Yeah, because I noticed his eyes. I was an eye girl. I still am. But I noticed his eyes, and I was like, wow, he's really handsome. But yes, I noticed his boots. That is one thing I remembered because I wanted them. And I think I got them shortly after.
Yeah, I don't know, you had some bear claws.
They were not bear claws, honey. They said ugh in the back, okay?
Yeah, ugh, not Uggs. I'm sorry, I can't laugh. I'm so short of breath right now. I would have got the coughing if I started laughing.
Alright, next question. Did you think it was going to go anywhere at first?
I wasn't thinking at all. I just lived in the moment. Did I think it was going to go anywhere? I was like, oh man, you know, a pretty girl. And obviously the way she looking at me, man, you can't deny what that means. So, you know, the way she was looking at me and then, you know, she pretty, I was like, all right, I was too shy back then to really do much. So I didn't think it was going to go anywhere. To be honest, I was just like, you know what, I got another one that liked me.
Another one.
So I'm going to just play it smooth. Like, she in my class and play like she my friend, of course. But, yeah, no, I didn't think it was going to go anywhere. But again, I wasn't thinking at all. You know, you just did what you did, and I did what I did, and it progressed.
Yeah. I definitely didn't think it was going to go anywhere. I thought it was just going to be a crush. You know, I find a handsome man. I think he's handsome. And he had a lot of suitors, to say the least.
This fine piece of chocolate walking in. This fine piece of chocolate. I can't laugh.
No, but he had a lot of suitors in senior year in particular, not even counting college because that's a whole different exchange. But he had a lot of suitors in high school. So it was like I didn't even think it was going to get anywhere. So I was like, no, it's not going to go anywhere. I have a crush on him. And I had people telling you.
Yeah.
My people was telling your people that I had a crush on you.
Yeah, that was very true.
And he was not acting on anything, and I was like, yeah, this isn't going anywhere.
See, I was shy. I didn't act on nothing.
Going back to our previous video, if you haven't watched that, go check it out. But we talked about pretty privilege. He had pretty privilege because all the girls were throwing themselves at him, and he did nothing. He even had a girlfriend at the time that he didn't know was his girlfriend because she was claiming him, but he wasn't claiming her.
Shit. Alright.
And when she started claiming him, I backed off, obviously, because I'm like, alright, you gonna be kissing girls in the hallway?
There's a lot of things going on around that time, for real, but, you know, I got the best option, so.
Option?
Yeah, I mean, everybody got options. I'm just saying, I got the best one. Everybody else is gonna have to be mad.
Yeah.
It don't get no better than this. I'm being serious whether you feel it or not.
Alright, tell the class who made the first move and how.
Who made the first move? I say you made the first move. I telling everybody you like me. Why? This was like a subtle way of a girl letting you know they liked you back then that I didn't know. They would grab your snap and like go in there and take pictures and like post it up to scare all the other hoes away.
Yes.
Or they'll just take pictures on your phone, period, like.
And save it so that whenever they're at home, they come miss you.
Yeah, see, it'll be stuff like that, but like.
Did it work?
I mean,
Did you look at your pictures when you were home? Yeah,
I would look at like, oh man, like this girl pretty as hell. Like she on my snap, but like I didn't think it meant nothing. I was just like, girls gonna be girls. This is what every time like I would observe, because again, a lot of the time I would just observe females with other dudes, because I was just like in the background, like just chilling and shy. And I would always see girls do stuff like that. So I'm like, this is just what girls do. I ain't take it as nothing. I ain't take it as like, oh, she like me. So like girls would do that and they'll just be like, okay. Like this is what they do. They like taking pictures.
Yeah, but I think I made every single first move. Like I definitely.
Nah.
Yes, because I did. Hold on. Hold
yeah,
on.
exactly. You telling me hold on for a reason.
Every first move, because like he said, I took his phone and I was taking pictures. And then when I noticed there was other girls' pictures, because he was like, everybody grab his phone. This man, there was like a whole different other girl there. I'm like, excuse me? Anyway, that kind of irked me, and I ain't gonna lie. But not only would I take a picture on his thing, I would also go to one of my best friends at the time, and I knew that her man was cool with him. So I would tell her, yo, he cute, and then like I would talk about him in front of them together. Like I would hang out with them two together, and I would be like, hey, he cute, and he'd be like, word, you like him? I'm gonna let him know. And then he would let him know, and guess what Tim would do? Nothing. I'd
be like, yeah, word, she alright, she
nothing.
Like me.
She likes me, that's it. That's cool to know. That's good knowledge.
I ain't know what to do with it. I was like, alright, so what do I do now? Yeah. What's the next step?
So I definitely made those moves, and then I think our first kiss was also
my
idea.
No, it wasn't.
It was my idea.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
No, it wasn't.
So tell the class, because I'm pretty sure I wrote to you on Snapchat, and I had said I wanted you to kiss me.
No.
Tell the class, since you.
This is what happened. It was like it really started like the previous day, right? She don't even know. It started the previous day.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Let me get that cough out real quick, alright? So I can tell this story. So we was talking the previous day, and we was talking about whatever we was talking about, and she was just like, I don't know what she said, but it really led down to like, what would we do, like if we was basically like alone together, or if I pulled up on her, what would we do? And I was like, I would just like, kick it with you, chill, we can mac it, like we'll just be macking, and then she was just like, oh, what does macking mean? And I was like, we just talking, like maybe kiss, stuff like that. And then she was like, oh yeah, like I want you to kiss me, cool, alright, boom.
Okay, isn't that initiation me saying I want you to kiss me?
I was the one who said when we kick it, we gonna be doing this.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, oh yeah, alright. So then the next day, I'm talking basically to her again, because you know how I be when you first start. Y'all just talking all the time over anything. So
especially since there was already a series of events, because like he had somebody, I had somebody, and then we both left those people, and then
I ain't had nobody.
You did, because she was kissing you up in hallways, claiming you. So
she wasn't the only one claiming
you had
me.
somebody. I'm just saying.
She wasn't the only one claiming nothing.
I'm just saying.
I wasn't claiming nobody.
I'm just saying that is what I observed.
That was another one-sided relationship. She'll tell you.
But anyway, that ended, and then it was more like this was after a minute. It wasn't like I had told him I liked him and he immediately acted on it. It was more like he let that whole thing marinate.
Yeah, I had to make sure she really liked me. Oh, she's still saying that she ain't leaving. Oh, damn. All right, let's just see what she about. No, I'm being stupid. But for real though, like the next day happened, and I'm texting her and I'm in class and I'm like, yo, like, this is my moment for real. I was like, I gotta do something. I was talking all this crazy stuff about how I'm immaculate with her. All right, cool. I gotta be a man to do something. So I'm like, all right, like, where you at? Like, I'm trying to be smooth. I ain't telling her what I'm about to do. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, where you at? She's like, I'm in class, mind you, but like, we seniors, we running shit. Mm-hmm. So we do what we want. She's like, I'm here.
I was at a study hall at the time.
Yeah, she's like, I'm here. And I'm like, like, man, that's all I gotta do is hop out the class, go down some stairs. And I'm right there. So I'm like, yo, where you at right now? And she said where she was at. I'm like, all right, cool. All I gotta do is run over there. So I was like, yo, bro, I'm about to go dip out real quick. But I'm already knowing what's about to happen. I'm playing stupid. I know what I'm about to do. I'm just scared to do it. So I get down there. I'm like, I gotta play like I'm the man. I look in the room. I see her. She with her friend. And I'm like, come here. She get the whatever, you know. She come here and I'm walking down the hallway already because I'm like, I'm kind of nervous. So I'm just like, if I walk this way, I said, come here, she just gonna follow me. So I'm like, I start walking this way. She behind me. Mm-hmm. I get to a little spot, because honestly, New Britain High is full of a bunch of little cuts. If you ever went to that school, there's cuts everywhere. Places you could dip off, nobody gonna see you. So we get to the cut, and she just on some real submissive type of vibe. She just there, whatever I'm gonna tell her to do, she just about to be doing it. So
not anything, right? I know New Britain High. I know for the wild stuff. I was not about that life. Just putting that out there.
She's saying what she's saying, but she was for me. So cool. She hop out the classroom. We get over to the little cut. I pull her over, and we ain't really much to talk about. Like, we both know why we here. Mm-hmm. We ain't about to play stupid. So I just lean in. I put my one hand behind her. I get the little kissing. One of my hands slipped somewhere.
You're right.
Yeah, she felt that. She probably got the chills.
My butt clarification.
And then that was a good moment. A couple little kisses in there. You could tell she was kind of shy. She had her head down like this. So she didn't want to show her face. I don't know, I'm being stupid, but that's basically what happened. That was a good little moment. And then after we kissed, I walked her back to the room. And I went back to class. Some real like youngin' type of vibe. So that was dope though.
That's so funny.
That was dope. Let's see what else we got here. Was there any awkward moment in our first conversation / date?
I don't know. I feel like for that we could probably fast forward to college.
I don't remember anything awkward. I was never really an awkward person. At least not on my side.
I feel like for me it was a little awkward because, backstory, we met each other in high school, or our first initial connection in high school, and then we separated. Not separated, but after that kiss, we just drifted past. He even proposed me and everything, y'all. He was the best. But never went to prom together. Anyway. But then that was my fault, not his. I just decided to go with a female friend because my life was a chaos and messy at the time. So I decided not to be more messy. That's enough tea, right?
Tell them what you tell them.
That's it. And then, then I went to college. I went to Southern, and Mr. Timothy here wanted to be an autopilot, or somehow ended up at Southern too. And he knew I was going to Southern. I'm just saying. I would say this forever, but this man followed me there. You followed me there. I'm just saying. I think he followed me there. He knew I was going there. I was so excited. I remember when I got accepted, I was going around everywhere. I got accepted. It's a school. I want to go. What? Nothing to say?
No, you telling your story.
Right. So then we went there. Again, things had ended kind of weird. So when I went, I see him and his roommate at the time, who also came from our high school. So I knew who they were, but I was trying to not even and engage in that. I was literally trying to get him with my roommate at one point.
Indeed.
I was trying to tell my roommate, Tim this, Tim that, and my roommate was like, right. But she was also into another guy at the time too, so she wasn't really trying to do all that. But that was awkward because then I ended up with him and then she was in the room. Anyway, but I tried to get him with my roommate. I also tried when we had a few classes together, funny enough, and we weren't even in the same major. But we had a few classes together, and I remember one of the times the teacher put us together as a team.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a science experiment or something like that. I don't know what it was, but we had to go back and I ended up bringing you to my dorm, and we were like in the little lobby area. I don't know if you remember that.
Okay.
And then Courtney and my other hallmates, because they weren't even in my room anymore, but the other people in my dorm were also there, and they were with me. But I remember at that time we would hang out in that little hallway. You don't remember?
A little bit, yeah.
We worked on an assignment together, but the teacher had put us together. And I'm like, what are the freaking odds? Out of everyone else in this class, they got me working with this man.
I know.
I was trying so hard to avoid you. And to me, that was awkward.
It wasn't awkward to me. I was playing it cool. Like, you was on he followed. Look, I was supposed to go to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I was gone. Alright, she didn't want to go to prom. I'm going to Florida. I don't know nothing about you talking about. Like, we wasn't about to be together anyway, so she delusional. Next thing, things went left on that plan, and I had literally, if you know anything about it, you get like a deadline for a lot of stuff. So I had about a week to get accepted to some colleges where I wasn't about to get FAFSA. And I'm like, bro, what? I found out last minute, so I literally knew that the only thing I can get full rides to is state colleges. So I went and I applied to Central, Southern, Western, and Eastern. I applied to all of them. The first one that hit me back was Southern. So I just said, fuck it, I'm going. And that was that. So I ain't had no time to really decide. I couldn't be picky.
You knew I was there, Vic.
I applied to every state
But
school.
you knew I was there. That's why you said, yeah, I'm going to go.
From north to south, east to west, I applied to every state.
You went anyway.
Because that was the one that accepted
And
me.
you knew I was there. I'm pretty sure.
I knew you was, Southern was the first one to accept me.
And then you said, she already did. Let me just go.
I got accepted by Southern. I'm going there. I ain't had time to think about it. But look, you was tripping on it. I wasn't. I know she here, but I'm here too. I'm scoping the scene. There was a lot going on. So I was there, but it was like, there's a lot of people there. I'm cool. We just going to have some fun, experiment, see what's going on. So yeah, it wasn't really too much tripping. But again, she was like a side mission almost. I knew I had rapport with her. So I was like, you know what, I could play around with her a little bit, you know what I mean, see what she with. Hit her up on Snapchat, what you want to hug? You know, stuff like that.
Literally.
Oh, you good? Like, I played the nice guy. See if she let me in. If not, cool. But if she let me in, we with that. So it was really my play with it. So.
You remember our first date or no?
In college?
Yeah. Like
you had that little hat on.
Yeah. Was it a date though?
I wouldn't call it a date, but we had a little bit of fun.
I remember that, yeah.
I know.
I remember that day. But was that the first time we were alone together? Like, I finally gave you the time?
I came over to your house.
I'm talking about, that was before?
Yeah.
The blue hat scenario?
Yeah, I went to your house like day before. You said you couldn't go to prom. I was at your crib.
Really?
Yeah. I was at your crib. You made me some weak ass corned beef. It was terrible.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I do not remember that. That's funny.
I'm like, she got me eating right now, gang. Like, what kind of mission is you on? Some bullshit. Yeah, that food was weak.
I'm
bro.
over here thinking I'm being wifey.
She went into her little pantry, pulled out this little can. What is that? Made it with some rice. This rice was hard. The corned beef salty. I don't even eat corned beef. Yeah, it wasn't hitting. But yeah,
That's hilarious. I don't remember that.
But that was like a little first, I guess a long time. But after that, it was in college. You invited me over because you couldn't resist. You was trying to play it hard.
But that was our first time after like forced together because of school stuff or anything like that. Like, that was the first time we were just us.
Yeah, we was trying to play hard to get, but like just being around you was just gonna keep pulling you.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't resist the attraction, so I get it.
I'm not even gonna deny it. It was very
hard.
pulling.
It was tempting.
It was very tempting.
I hate seeing him because every time I see him, I just want to eat his face.
His face is crazy. You're funny. What's one thing you remember about the first time we hung out? Don't get crazy. We are online.
Nah, so what I remember was crazy.
What's one thing you remember?
I ain't about to tell it because we online.
Okay, nothing else.
That was it.
That's not all that happened that day.
What?
We
Kissed.
Yes, but I also remember.
All I know is I was laying down in the bed.
No, you never got on the bed. You were on the chair.
You remember? You must have just blacked out on that moment. You were just in the moment. You ain't know what happened.
Okay, cover, because we're not doing this online. Did anyone warn you about me or hype me up before we met?
I would say so. They did both. Had dudes saying, hey, don't mess with her because of XYZ. Had dudes hyping her up because of XYZ. But when you were like, motion. I wouldn't say I was popular in high school. I think a lot of people knew me. I knew a lot of people, but I wasn't like, in a way. So every time I did something or somebody, everybody would come back to me like, everybody knew everybody. You know somebody. So if I know a lot of people, they more than likely gonna know the person I'm communicating with. So when I was like with her in specific, will come and tell me things and I'll be like, all right, cool, noted. But you never really care what people had to say, so.
I'm gonna just say this right now. If you knew me in high school, comment down below what type of person I was. Because the things this man told me that one particular person told him about me in high school left me baffled. Because, again, not no saint, but if a man in high school was able to say, I kissed inside, that was a flex. Just putting that out there. Because, shut up, you're I don't know. Because I was not like that. If you don't, then you're delusional. Because that's crazy. Just saying that. That's Aggie. About you though, I think people only hype you up for me because I would say like you're cute. People were like, oh my god, he is cute. But it wasn't like weren't telling me anything because you weren't like someone people knew.
I was just a mystery.
Yeah.
Blind piece of chocolate walking around, man. Nobody know nothing. What kind of shit is this?
You kept to yourself.
Well, I don't nobody know nothing about
you
this
kept
fine
to
piece
yourself,
of chocolate.
and then you were also like in Florida for like a year, so.
Yeah, I popped out. I was in there for like 3 months.
But yeah, almost.
Came back, my voice was a little deeper. I slimmed out a little bit. I don't know, something about them few months changed me in a weird way. But changed me in those few months. I can't say what, but I definitely came back with a deeper voice, though, and a different perspective.
He said, "Hello, everybody."
Man, if you would have heard me, I could play a video, man. That's how I sounded. And then I come back and I'm basically like this. So.
You hit puberty.
Yeah, I hit puberty while I was in. It was something about the hot weather deep in my voice. And,
that's so funny.
Yeah, that was that.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Who caught feelings first? Man, I was a little lover boy. I caught feelings for everything, but I ain't catch feelings like
I don't think you caught feelings
like,
for me
is
first.
crazy.
I think I caught feelings for you.
I crush a lot, but I ain't catch loving. Like I wasn't loving.
I think I caught feelings first, for sure. I don't think there's any doubt about it. Like in high school, obviously, I already said I had a crush on him. But, so that was like our initial thing. But just going back to, I think what we would call the official time we got together was in college. And I would say I caught feelings first.
I don't know. I had feelings for you in high school. We was talking a lot. I mean, you gotta think like talking probably in like say April. The school year started in August. That's like months, bro. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. That's 9 months we was talking. From the day I first walked in to that point, that was 9 months. So, it was like that, man. She was cool. But again, it was more like she showed me. And her face, of course. It was just like her face. Like, look good.
Okay.
Kids, that's what you go off of. Like, yeah, she look good. That's my, left fine air. You know what I'm saying? I'm messing with that. That's neat.
No, I definitely caught feeling first.
Okay.
I'm going to say so. Because I was feeling you.
You say you caught feelings in college.
I would say initially, when we got together, yes. Because in high school, we were talking, we were flirting around every now and then. But you had someone. So you wasn't really feeling me if you was kissing somebody else in the hallway right in front of me.
I could feel a lot of people at once.
Toxic. Red flag. If someone says this to you, red flag.
Well, I can't love my dog and my fish.
No.
I got a pick.
No, that's just ugh.
I can't love a cat and a bird.
Blah.
I got a pick.
That's yucky.
If you love the turtle, you can't love the dolphin.
That's not the same thing. You may have liked me, but you were acting on other things. We were both. I'm not even going to put it on you. We were both acting on different things.
I'll say this. I wasn't acting on nothing. Everything that happened, people was applying pressure. That's all I'm saying.
And he did not stop that pressure.
Man, I'm young.
He received that pressure. He was like, pressure come in. Keep going.
It was being harassed almost. I ain't going to fake with you. But yeah, I was damn near being harassed.
Yeah, girl. For prom? So Tim and I ended up not going to prom together. A lot of it played a part, but one of the things where someone had said to me, one of my friends had came up to me saying that Tim was talking with one of his boys, talking about he was going to take me to some beach house afterwards. Mind you, we weren't really we were in the flirty stage. I'm not going to prom with him if he's trying to do stuff to me because he going to be let down.
Said you ain't want to go because of the fact that I might not be let down. That's why you ain't go. You was like, if I go with him, it just might happen, so I'm not going.
Very true.
And I can respect that.
Very true. I also didn't want to put myself in a situation where somebody's bragging about it. But it was weird. And Tim claims to this day that he did not say that. So we're going to believe that.
Say what?
That you did not brag to your friend about taking me to the beach house to do me.
What is it? You don't know nothing about. See, look at this. If you never heard nothing about me, then you start talking to me, now you're hearing stuff about me. That ain't the... Bro, if you ain't heard nothing about me till now, I've been solid till now.
Yeah,
so how is it all of a sudden I'm folding?
Now my friends are paying attention. My friends are on high alerts.
They not your friends. They was just trying to break us up.
We weren't together.
You gotta know that. They not your friends. They just trying to split y'all up so that they can get a turn. That's all that happened. I'm chilling in class. I don't talk much. I don't even talk. To this day, I don't talk about my life, my business, man. If you know something about me, how? I told you, I ain't gonna walk around and be like, oh yeah, you got XYZ girl. I'm about to take her back to this, and we about to do that. That ain't even my character. Y'all know me know that. So if you heard something that I said, you better question the validity of the person telling you before you question me.
Yes.
Look at them stupid. Be like,
I kind of off on him, and I'm like, you think something's gonna happen? No, it ain't.
Chilling.
And he's like, that's not what I said. That never even took place. But it is what it is. Was there ever a moment you thought this isn't going to work?
Yeah.
That was such a quick
For
guess.
sure. You gotta understand, like, me again, I was so shy. I let everybody apply pressure on me. I didn't know what was going on. I was just a deer in headlights, just trying. It was just all going and happening. So as situations unfolded, I was never taken into a spot where I can sit back and reflect. Like, if you ever been through something in your life, you kind of through it and then you look back on it. When you go through things in life, you kind of go through it and then reflect. So when I first got with her, she's my first girlfriend. So when I'm going through things with her, it's not knowing what I want. I'm just going through it. You had their little crushes, their little flings, their little first kiss younger, or they had their little girlfriend when they was younger, and they kind of figuring out what they want, what they don't want, what they don't like. I didn't have that until I was damn near grown. I'm like figuring out what I want. So there was at points where it was like, not only do I got to figure out what I want, I also got to figure out how to communicate that. And I got to figure out if this is for me, because it's like, okay, I like this, I don't like that. But like, I don't want to change nobody, so if this ain't what she is, and that's just what I want, then it's like, maybe this ain't going to work out. Maybe I just got to go start over and find somebody else. Mm-hmm. You gotta learn how to communicate things, but that's when I thought, I was like, you know what, like, this is what I got, but this ain't what I signed up for. This ain't really what I wanted. You know, it was just my first girlfriend, like, I was like, get it right the first time. So I was like, this ain't what I want, but little do you know, if you just communicate, you can make a big difference. You can change. If you communicate, you save both yourselves some time. Either y'all gonna grow stronger, or y'all gonna grow apart. Y'all might as well get to the point faster than not, because you just gonna waste time. So tell your truth, and just be honest about what you want. Be honest about what you expect out of that person. Because a lot of my thing was I wasn't expecting nothing out of her. I just come as you are. Until I realized that wasn't good enough. There was definitely times I didn't think it was going to work.
Yeah. I think for me, in the beginning a lot, just because of, we were in college. So I had to put it on him because I was toxic AF. I was super toxic. If you knew me back then, very toxic. I was very insecure, and I just would look at a girl and I'd be like, she's cute. That means he thinks she's cute. And it was very much like in my brain. That's how it always was. Thankfully, no longer like that. Toxicity has
been depleted, vanquished, RIP'd.
But I will say in the beginning I was so toxic, and he didn't help because he was so himself. Not saying that's a bad thing or a good thing. I'm just saying he was just so himself. So it was very much like he would do things and I would be put in uncomfortable positions where I was like, I'm not cool with this scenario. But he's like, I'm doing me. Like, hanging out with my friends, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. And it was like, it was always a problem. So we were constantly arguing. Once we actually started dating, we were like arguing because he was doing his thing and I wasn't okay with it.
Yeah.
I always felt like we're not going to get past this. Like, we're not going to make it. And then I don't know what happened, but he had a switch and he was just like, cool. He switched out. Not saying again that it was a good or a bad thing, right? But he stopped what he was doing, and then we were chilling. We ended up moving schools and everything. It was fine. We were chilling, and then my toxicity was still there though. We've been together for almost 8 years.
Yeah.
My toxicity was there for like the first 2 to 3.
Yeah.
It was hard, so I did not think we were gonna make it. But like he said, we talked a lot, and we both grew up because it was toxic, but he also needed some growing up to do, and I think we both did that.
Yeah.
Don't give me that face. Yes,
Man,
yes.
I don't know what she talking about. I was a grown ass man.
You needed some growing up to do.
I did what I did, and
mentally.
you reacted.
I'm not talking about the scenario. I'm talking about
saying,
your mentality.
I'm saying I lived my life and you reacted. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I'm saying with your mental about certain things and how things should work. That's where we were. And we didn't know how to communicate those things, our differences. We didn't know how to communicate our differences, so we would just scream at each other and beef, pretty much.
Okay. There's a lot of different times, so to try to wrap it all up in one little point, kind of hard to say that fits everything, but...
That just goes to show that almost 8 years, because it's not 8 years yet, but in about 7.5, almost 8 years, could end up like this if y'all just have some communication. Because I would love to say that I've never felt this love with you since we've been together. I feel like every day my love grows more and more. My respect for you grows more and more. And I don't think you would be here if you didn't communicate.
That's very true.
So, just communicate, y'all. We made it work even with my toxic trait and his something. There's no word for it.
Who made you realize you wanted to stick around? Made you realize you wanted to stick around. What made me realize was her ability to just love me. I'm not going to say unconditionally, y'all. I feel like everybody got conditions. Her ability to just love me and her loyalty toward me. Like, that was the main thing that made me stick around. It was like, she's not doing everything right, but I know she's loyal to me. I know she'll do everything for me if I communicate it to her. Right? And that was like the base, the foundation of it. I know that she's loyal, so I'm going to stick with it at the very least. Because it ain't like she out here just cheating on me, so, or just being disloyal, lying to me, doing sneaky stuff, talking behind my back, just doing stuff like that. She's not doing that to me, so I was like, I'll at least stick it through. Had she done any of that, it would have been clips. But just having that was the foundation. If that broke, there was nothing left. But I think that's what made me stick around. Her just willingness to just be for me.
I feel like for me, the hard one. There's so many. I'm gonna say character because his character is very special. Obviously, he's handsome, so what's not to love? But for me, it's his character. Like, if you want someone real in your life, there's not that many out there. There's not that many real people in your life that actually genuinely care about you. So once I knew that you were that, I was like, I can't let go because not only do I love him, but he's real. He's going to tell me things even if I don't want to hear it. And I want that authenticity. I don't want somebody to sit here and lie to me just to make me feel good. Tell me the truth. So I would say your character. Just look at me even though you read ASS every few times.
Okay, I'll take that. Okay, so next. What's the funniest, most embarrassing thing that happened early on? Funny or embarrassing? I know your friend fell down the hill, rolled through the tree branches and everything.
Funny. Okay, time. We were on campus, and our campus was a no-smoke, dry campus, right?
Yeah.
They smoked, but you also couldn't drink on campus.
It was blowing tree down everywhere, from the room to outdoors.
So we would go outside and smoke in one of the trees or the bushes or whatever. And my friend was drunk at the time too.
Smoking the bushes.
Yeah, we had no choice.
We dipped around in the bushes. Yeah,
and if I'm not mistaken, we had drank something that day too.
Yeah, I was playing 2K. Y'all had called me up.
So me and her were drinking, and you came just for the smokes, right?
So this is right after she had said we ain't gonna work out. She was like, "Oh yeah, I think we should be done." Like literally, like said we should be done, right? I'm like, whatever, like, done with the argument. I don't even care no more. So then before I even finished the 2K game, I get a call up. What she want, bro? Alright, I'm a cool dude. I'll pick up, huh? Meet me out here. I'm like, she's off it right now. And she want me to meet her. I knew she wasn't over me. She tried to play it hard. That's cute. But I'm back in the game. I was like, alright, I'll go back with her. But again, I ain't forcing that. So I pulled up on her. And obviously you've been drinking. And
we were drinking. So me and she was my roommate, but she was in the same floor as me. And me and her, we had went out. We obviously met up with Tim, and we went to our little bushes, our little tree area. But there was like a little slope, because it was like towards like a garage, kind of like a little slope. So just imagine like this is the top where the trees are, and then this is like the hill going down towards the garage. And this girl, we're all smoking, we're passing it around. Mind you, we're both lit. And out of nowhere, I remember I'm making a video with, like, making like Snapchat video. We're like back and forth. And all I hear is like creaking of like the branches breaking. And Tim's just like,
yo, what the heck? The amount of stuff you see, bro, is so funny.
Tim was like, oh, and she's just like
tumbling down the hill, falling through trees.
The worst part about it is that the next morning I'm telling her that this is what happened, and she had no idea. She just knows that she had some scratches around her body. But yeah, she did not get hurt. It was perfectly fine. It was a really small hill, but it was just like the noise of the branches breaking at her as she went down was very dramatic.
There was also a time where the day after, so we had woke up in the morning, she slept over. We woke up in the morning, I walk out of my room.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna be too detailed about it. Well, I walk out of my room and some dude, it's yo, quiet, I'm telling my story. I can't laugh right now. I come out the room and some dude just happens to come out with me, like dude next door. And he turns, looks at me, and he got a big ass smile, ear to ear like these. He got a big ass smile, and he like, yo, bro, he dapped me. He's like, yo, bro, you was doing your thing, basically. And dapped me up, and I was like, bro, this is weird. Like, why are you dapping me up for this? That was kind of weird, but
yeah, I would do it. Also, one time I went out with a few of my friends, and this is not me encouraging smoking and drinking. If anything, I'm doing the opposite, because I was smoking and drinking. Me and my friends went to a party on campus, and we had drank before we went, smoked there, and then drank there, and then came back. So I was fully gone, like I was done. And I had called Tim. I don't remember doing this. I had called Tim, and I was like done, like, and all this stuff. And then I went to the room. My roommate signed him in, and then Tim was like the night. But like, what was weird about it was that I woke up the next morning and I have a completely different outfit on, and I look at Tim next to me, and I'm like, you didn't change me, right? Like, it was very much like, what are you doing here? What happened?
that was a team task.
Why is my clothes different? Like, going on? Because I completely blacked out. So don't do both at the same time, guys. But that was awkward for me. Because I'm like, I woke up and I'm like, why am I wearing different clothes? And why the fuck are you here? I was there like, why are you in my bed? And he was like, you caught me. He's like, I did not change you. They did. And then he was like,
I was holding you up like a puppet.
While they were changing my clothes.
Yeah, literally. I had you like off the bed. You was like
crazy.
Just talking random shit. Like, what are you talking about? Like, waking up throughout the whole night. I need water. I'm like, shut up, sleep.
At least I knew I needed water, y'all.
Like 30 minutes. I need water. Guzzle it and slump. Let's go with this woman.
If you could relive one moment from the start of our relationship, what would it be?
If I could relive one moment. Not many moments I want to relive. I feel like everything was great.
Exactly, you could relive it because it was great.
I can't think of any. I enjoyed every moment. I relived the whole thing. I would definitely relive the whole thing, but any one moment, nah. Not really.
If I could relive one moment, I want to just say if I could do a moment over, right? Because relive, it was so good, you want to live it through it again, right?
Sometimes you don't want to go back to change something, you just try to feel something twice.
But for me, I would want to change something, and that would be go to prom with you.
Okay.
It's something you regret not doing.
That would have been a cute picture on the wall.
That would have been.
Can't reverse the clock though.
No, but it is something, if I had the opportunity, I would do it.
Reverse the clock.
I feel like, funny enough, in my brain, I wanted us, for prom, I wanted us to wear blue. Like blue. And then I was like trying to coordinate with him, like, let's do this. It was like a silver, I was going to get a silvery dress or whatever. My dress did not end up working out anyway, but I was going to wear a silver dress, so I was telling him to wear blue so I can accessorize with blue. And then, because we already had discussed that after I told him, I was like, I don't want to match with him, so I'm not going to wear blue. I'm actually just wear red. This man had a black tuxedo with red on.
Yeah.
We're still somewhat matching.
And get what? When I took my prom pictures, held my chin high, I smiled by myself.
You look very handsome.
You know I don't need nobody.
That's so sad.
Everybody over there having fun. I'm out in the corner just smiling by myself. I ain't even want to take the pictures for real. I ain't gonna lie. We did it. How do you think we've grown since then? I mean, I'm still the same, man.
You've matured.
But my vision of how I see life, my window opened up. I can see more now. Damn it, now that I can see more. That's it. But I'm still the same person.
Well, I think I've definitely matured. I said before I was very toxic. I didn't have a lot of nope. I was very insecure. And I've grown in myself a lot in the past couple of years. And I feel like that's helped me in our relationship. Because you gotta love yourself to love somebody else.
True indeed.
So I definitely grown on that. Looking back, do you think we were meant to meet or was it just chance?
I would love to believe we were meant to meet because this is perfect.
This is God.
Yeah, he gonna save me the best for me. I don't know why he do my life like that, but he always gave me the best. He gave me lessons in low doses, and I learned, and that was all I needed. I ain't need the whole belt. I just needed to know don't do that. You know, who we meant to meet?
I think so. I literally lived 5 minutes away.
Or was it just by chance? Because here's about the thing. Chance and where we meant to, they kind of together. When you think about it, none of this would have really happened, right? When I went to... So look, I came back my junior year, right? Whatever. I finished the year through. And then we went to senior year. When you're in high school, you got to pick your classes for the next year before the year's over or something like that. So I went and picked my classes, gave them to my guidance counselor. And then I want to say during the summer, they started talking about how they misplaced it or something like that. They didn't have it. I had all my classes lined up. They said something was wrong. So they had called me on the phone. I'm like, bro, you serious? So I'm giving all my classes, and I'm like, yeah, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. I got all my classes, and she was like, you know what about this class? And she was like, JAG. And I was like, JAG? And I was like, what is it about? She was like, Jobs for American Graduates. And I was just like, sure, just throw it on there. I don't even care. Throw it on there. Mm-hmm. And it's funny enough, like, they never lost my schedule. They called me and then offered me this random ass class that we would have never even met or hung out like that. Mm-hmm. I would have never met you. Mm-hmm. It would have been, there was no other class where we would have met. We didn't have no lunch together. We had no other classes together, no study hall.
It's high school, but it's a really big school. So, like, chances of us actually seeing each other are hard because I'm one of those people, again, I'm not one of them people. So when I was in high school, headphones were in the mission. I walked straight to my class, walked back. If I'm talking to anybody, it's because I just left the class with one of my friends. Mm-hmm. So we talking and chatting it up. If not, I'm out. Like, I was not socializing. I wasn't trying to look around, see who's around. No, I was out, in and out. The only time you ever see me looking around is because I was trying to get somebody's attention. And then that stopped because you had everyone's attention.
It was a big school, though. I seen somebody new every day. For a whole year, I seen somebody new.
Our graduating have something?
We're about to graduate, and I still see someone. I think it was like a little 600.
I have a picture of the newspaper because I was on it.
But yeah, I think it was definitely a little bit by chance because, again, I had my whole schedule picked out. Jack wasn't a part of it. I would have never met you at all. Or if I did, it wouldn't have been long enough for us to actually connect. Because I wasn't about to pull up on you. I was too shy. And then we get, everything just kind of
plays. You go to college because your plans don't work out, so you end up going to the same school as me.
Yeah.
And you end up being
in the same class.
Like, you had like 2-3 classes freshman year?
We had 2 classes for sure. 2 classes together.
Like, out of thousands of kids, you put me in class with this man? It's like, okay.
Yeah, it was kind of like, you just couldn't stay away, I guess.
God wanted us to meet. He's like, stop running. This is what I want.
It was kind of crazy how it all worked out, to be honest. But we're here now. So many things could have derailed us, even though they did. We the train back on the track.
If you had to describe our love story in one sentence, what would it be?
Go ahead, baby.
Okay, it's gonna be hard.
Tell me something.
In one sentence?
One of them things.
Can there be a very long sentence with commas?
Yes.
Our love story in one sentence. I would say that our love story was unique, but also with a ton of growth and happiness. Look at us now. We have a home. We have children. I would have thought 7 years ago when you kissed me in that hallway that we'd be here with 2 children in our own home.
Kids.
Living the life that I've always wanted because I'm a stay-at-home mommy to my beautiful boys. It's crazy.
No, that's real crazy.
So I would say it's all of those things, but also I'm truly grateful for it.
I love the story. I would say I think it was a rocky road on the way to a beautiful view.
Oh, I like that one. That one was good.
I want to take mine back.
I do.
Honestly, I'm so funny to myself that I gotta stop myself from laughing. I'm sick. But that's what's funny to me. Just gotta say that.
That was really nice.
Yeah. Road on the way to a beautiful view. I think that's what it is. Rocky road, you learn a lot, you grow a lot, experience a lot. Yeah.
I'm really grateful.